Discover the untold story of how Rey Skywalker rebuilds the Jedi Order while facing a threat greater than the Sith or the Empire. With betrayals, ancient secrets, and an epic battle for the galaxy's survival, this is the next chapter in Star Wars you can't afford to miss. Stay with us as we unravel the rise of the new Jedi Order, and its most shocking twists. The galaxy is still reeling from the destruction of the Empire and the First Order. Though peace has been restored, the scars of war are far from healed. Planets that once thrived under the Republic's protection now face political instability, economic collapse, and an uncertain future. The Resistance, having played a pivotal role in defeating the First Order, has disbanded, leaving a power vacuum. Without a clear governing body, various factions have emerged, each vying for control and influence. Amid this turmoil, whispers of a new threat begin to circulate, a disturbance in the Force that Rey Skywalker cannot ignore. The documentary opens with stunning visuals of desolate battlefields and shattered cities, highlighting the cost of war. Somber narration recounts the downfall of Palpatine and the Skywalker saga's bittersweet conclusion. While Rey has claimed the Skywalker mantle and the Jedi legacy, the path forward is unclear. What does it mean to rebuild the Jedi Order in a galaxy that no longer trusts them? Amid this uncertainty, a mysterious signal is intercepted from the unknown regions, a part of the galaxy shrouded in mystery and peril. The signal, garbled but haunting, seems to echo phrases found in ancient Jedi texts, long thought lost. Scholars and historians scramble to decode its meaning, offering theories ranging from a forgotten Jedi archive to a potential trap set by remnants of the Sith. Rey feels an undeniable pull toward the signal, sensing its significance in the Force. Meanwhile, political divisions deepen. The Galactic Senate, re-established with the aim of uniting the galaxy, is fractured. Some senators argue for a renewed alliance with the Jedi, seeing them as the galaxy's protectors. Others view the Jedi as relics of an era that caused as much harm as good. These divisions set the stage for a broader conflict, one that will test Rey's leadership and the galaxy's faith in the Jedi. As Rey contemplates her next move, she reflects on her journey, from a scavenger on Jakku to the Last Jedi. She knows the signal may hold the key to the Jedi's future, or their ultimate demise. The chapter ends with a suspenseful cliffhanger. The signal is suddenly interrupted, replaced by a cryptic warning in an ancient language. Rey's eyes widen as she realizes that the galaxy may face a threat greater than anyone imagined. Rey Skywalker, the last Jedi of her time, has taken it upon herself to rebuild the Jedi Order. On the quiet planet of Ajan Kloss, far from the political turmoil of the galaxy, she begins training a new generation of Jedi. These individuals come from all walks of life. Some are refugees from war-torn planets, others are descendants of forgotten Force-sensitive lineages, and a few are individuals who stumbled upon their abilities unexpectedly. Each of them carries unique hopes, fears, and doubts, setting the stage for a diverse and dynamic group. Rey's teaching style is unconventional. Drawing on the lessons she learned from her own mentors, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and even the echoes of Ben Solo, she blends traditional Jedi teachings with her personal philosophies. She emphasizes the importance of balance in the Force, urging her students to embrace their emotions without being consumed by them. However, not all the students agree with her methods. Some, raised on legends of strict Jedi discipline, question whether Rey's approach is too lenient, too far removed from the Jedi of old. Among the students, one stands out: Keveris, a young man with a natural affinity for the Force but a troubled past. Keveris is haunted by the loss of his family during the First Order's reign, and his anger often bubbles to the surface. Despite Rey's efforts to guide him, his pain makes him vulnerable to the lure of power. Keveris's journey becomes a central focus of this chapter, offering both hope and foreboding. Tension rises when one of the students, during an exploration mission to ancient ruins, uncovers a Sith holocron hidden beneath the sands. The artifact radiates dark energy, and its presence stirs unease among the trainees. Rey warns them of its danger, locking it away in hopes of protecting her students. Yet the holocron begins to exert a subtle influence, particularly on Keveris, whispering promises of strength and revenge. As the students struggle to master their abilities, they face physical and emotional trials. One student falters under the weight of expectation, while another discovers an unexpected talent for diplomacy, hinting at the varied roles the Jedi might play in the galaxy. The chapter ends on a suspenseful note. Rey senses a growing disturbance in the Force. Someone, or something, is watching them. Unbeknownst to her, Keveris has secretly returned to the holocron, his internal conflict intensifying. The mysterious signal from the unknown regions consumes Rey's thoughts. Determined to uncover its origin, she assembles a team of her most promising students, including the talented but troubled Keveris, to embark on a perilous mission. The group sets out aboard the Millennium Falcon, guided by Rey's intuition and fragments of ancient Jedi maps. Their journey takes them to uncharted space, a part of the galaxy cloaked in secrecy and legend. After days of travel, they arrive at a desolate, uncharted planet shrouded in perpetual twilight. At its center lies a colossal structure, a temple emanating dark energy. Its architecture is alien yet eerily familiar, with Sith runes etched into every surface. The team approaches cautiously, their lightsabers ignited, prepared for whatever dangers lie ahead. Inside the temple, they encounter a series of trials, each designed to exploit their fears and weaknesses. The halls seem alive, conjuring illusions that force each member to confront their past. One student sees a vision of their family pleading for help, while another faces their own reflection, warped by the dark side. For Keveris, the temple becomes a personal torment, amplifying his inner turmoil and drawing him closer to the Sith holocron he secretly carries. At the temple's heart, Rey discovers an ancient archive revealing the history of Darth Maltheron, a Sith Lord thought to predate Palpatine and the rule of two. Maltheron's teachings, unlike the structured hierarchy of later Sith, focused on chaos and domination through fear. The archive reveals that Maltheron's followers, known as the Crimson Veil, survived his death and have been quietly rebuilding in the unknown regions, awaiting the right moment to strike. As Rey absorbs this revelation, the temple's defenses activate. The team is attacked by Sith droids and shadowy figures conjured by the dark side. In the chaos, Keveris's connection to the holocron is exposed. He uses its power to fend off the attackers, but his actions terrify the others. Rey confronts him, imploring him to let go of the dark artifact, but his anger and pain boil over. The chapter ends in suspense as the team narrowly escapes the collapsing temple. Rey now knows the galaxy faces a threat unlike any before, but her trust in Keveris is shaken. Worse, Keveris secretly keeps the holocron, its whispers growing louder, promising him unimaginable power. The discovery of Darth Maltheron's history and the Crimson Veil sends shockwaves through the new Jedi Order. Rey realizes the galaxy faces a threat that could surpass even the Empire and First Order. As she works tirelessly to prepare her students, tensions within the Order begin to rise, driven by fear, doubt, and hidden agendas. Keveris, now deeply influenced by the Sith holocron, becomes increasingly withdrawn and volatile. His once promising talent is overshadowed by bursts of anger and defiance. The holocron whispers promises of power, fueling his belief that the Jedi's philosophy is flawed. Strength, it tells him, comes not from restraint, but from unleashing the full potential of the Force. Keveris begins secretly practicing Sith techniques, his loyalty to Rey and the Order unraveling. Meanwhile, the political climate in the galaxy grows hostile. The re-established Galactic Senate, meant to symbolize unity, is rife with discord. Some senators openly criticize the Jedi, viewing them as relics of an era that led to chaos. They argue that the Jedi's powers make them unpredictable and dangerous. Others, supportive of Rey's efforts, push for collaboration between the Senate and the new Jedi Order. This division becomes a fertile ground for conspiracies, with anti-Jedi factions plotting to undermine Rey's leadership. One senator, Darren Velis, emerges as a vocal critic of the Jedi. Charismatic and cunning, Velis uses his influence to rally support against them, claiming the Jedi will bring another war upon the galaxy. What Rey doesn't realize is that Velis is secretly in contact with the Crimson Veil, feeding them intelligence about the Jedi's movements. As Rey grapples with these external pressures, internal conflict threatens to tear the Order apart. The students are divided. Some, inspired by Rey's teachings, remain loyal, while others are drawn to Keveris's growing charisma and bold defiance. Keveris plants seeds of doubt, questioning Rey's leadership and hinting that the Sith holocron holds truths the Jedi are too afraid to confront. The breaking point comes when Keveris, consumed by anger and a thirst for power, steals the holocron and disappears. His betrayal leaves the Order shaken and vulnerable. Rey is devastated, blaming herself for failing to guide him. The chapter ends on a chilling note. Keveris delivers the holocron to the Crimson Veil, swearing loyalty to their cause. As he kneels before their leader, Darth Maltharin emerges from the shadows, declaring, "The age of the Sith has returned." The galaxy teeters on the brink of chaos. With Keveris's betrayal and the rise of Darth Maltharin, the Crimson Veil launches a calculated assault on key planets, spreading fear and division. Their forces, an army of Sith acolytes, mercenaries, and battle droids, wreak havoc, targeting the new Jedi Order and the Galactic Senate. The Sith holocron amplifies Maltharin's power, enabling him to bend the Force to his will and plunge the galaxy into darkness. Rey, reeling from Keveris's defection, rallies her remaining students. Despite their fear and inexperience, the young Jedi resolve to fight. Rey knows this will be their ultimate test, not just of their combat skills, but of their faith in the Jedi path. United, they prepare for a decisive battle to protect the fragile peace that remains. The climactic confrontation unfolds on the planet Arcanus Prime, where the Crimson Veil's fleet has established a command center. The new Jedi Order, joined by allies from the Resistance and sympathetic senators, mounts a daring assault. The battle is epic and chaotic, with lightsabers clashing against Sith blades, starships dogfighting in the skies, and explosions tearing through the battlefield. Rey and her students face overwhelming odds, but their unity and courage shine through. Each Jedi showcases their growth. One uses their mastery of defensive techniques to shield allies, while another combines the Force with mechanical ingenuity to outsmart enemy droids. The teamwork of the young Jedi inspires the allied forces, reigniting hope amid the chaos. In the heart of the battle, Rey confronts Darth Maltharin. Their duel is a clash of philosophies as much as power. Maltharin taunts Rey, claiming the Jedi's adherence to balance and restraint makes them weak. Rey counters, drawing strength from her belief in hope, compassion, and the lessons of her mentors. The fight pushes Rey to her limits, testing her resolve as she resists the pull of fear and anger. At the same time, Keveris faces his moment of truth. Witnessing the devastation caused by Maltharin and the Crimson Veil, he begins to question his choices. In a redemptive act, Keveris sacrifices himself to destroy the Sith holocron, severing Maltharin's connection to its power. His actions turn the tide of battle, allowing Rey to defeat the Sith Lord. As the dust settles, the galaxy breathes a sigh of relief. The new Jedi Order is battered but unbroken, their bravery cementing their place as protectors of peace. Rey reflects on the journey and warns her students that vigilance will always be required. Wherever there is light, shadows will try to follow. The chapter closes with a hopeful yet cautionary tone, signaling the dawn of a new era for the Jedi.